Yo, make sure you know I'll come down to performance destination, you know, and this man are the real man, you see me? I'm out.
Customer brought in some E. I tested it. It's right at 80%. It's always good to make sure you check your ethanol content. This way you know what you're putting in the motor, where your injectors are spraying. If there's anything going on with the tune, then I would know like it's not E85 content related. So I always want to make sure you're putting quality fuel in there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Looks good, bro. I know that's making you feel good right now.
Yeah, it's good, man. Hell yeah, man. Woo!
I said the 496 with the same exact setting, fuel, timing, boost as the 516. Only difference is, like, I kept on watching the ethanol content drop. Like, every single pass I was doing, it was dropping, it was dropping, it was dropping. So like, as I was like, yo, let me just not try to keep hammering this thing if I know something's funny with it. I'm like, as I'm just driving it, I'm like, yo, the ethanol content's dropping. So I already knew, like, once I looked at that, and I looked to see how I scaled the ethanol from 93 to 85. Once I saw that, I saw it was fighting in between which map to be on. So like if it's in between, it's trying to cut power. It's trying to split the difference between both maps to give you that power output.
Yeah, okay.
So what I knew as is, if your ethanol content went up, it's gonna move it more towards the 85 section of the map, which is like full turned up type of thing. So like if it's low, which the lowest, what I said it was almost 63.
Yeah.
So almost 63. So it's trying to now blend a little bit of that 93 map into the 85 map, and it's trying to give you it was giving you that.
Yeah.
So that was the same. So this 496 and that 476 and that 516 same map. Those other ones, I started turning the boost up and like I didn't really see a difference. It started making less
power, less ethanol.
And it started going less, and I was like, bro, something's off. Let me not do it and keep hitting it because there's no point. Because I already know, like, if I know what the problem is, I'm not gonna keep. I don't dance around it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I am. When I tune a car, it's either we fixing this shit or you coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna dance around it because if you left and then it ran a little different, then it would have been you'd be like, oh, yo, this, that, and third.
Yeah.
But now your ethanol is up, and then like that's a huge jump in power band.
Yeah.
Not just the peak. I'm not talking about the peak number.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all in between. All in between. So the power band is jumping up, not just there, but the torque.
Yeah.
So the lower ones over here is the torque. So that torque jumps up over all the rest of them, and it's just shining over all of them. Now, if you had cams in this car, you would make even more power. If I rev this car, I only rev this car out 7,500. So if I rev this car out higher, it'll keep making power. So if I rev this car to $8,000, you probably would be right around like 530, 540. It's just by revving it out higher.
Yeah.
And the torque would jump too. It'd be over 400. But I always try to keep torque right below 400. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps the motors together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's the torque. You know, the horsepower is nothing. So I can make, if I really wanted to, I can make upwards of 600 horsepower. And if I keep the torque low, right where it's at, it'll have a long life. But if I was to make 600 horsepower and 460, almost 500 foot-pound torque, split everything apart.
Yeah.
But right now it's perfect. You gotta balance of both, and I think this right here is gonna feel good.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel good. It ain't gonna feel like you ever had before. It ain't gonna feel like you ever had before. You know? So it's gonna feel good though, bro. So and mainly just the torque. I think any EvoX, like stock block like that, when you at that 400 foot-pounds all-wheel drive, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. You know what I'm saying? I know it. Cause I know when I got on it that time, like I felt the whole back end tilt back, and then it hit, and I was like, yeah, on the street, it's gonna feel nice. So, but yeah, drivability was good.
Yeah.
I tested drivability. I'm gonna test it again. I'm gonna double check because I tested it on the last year. I'm gonna test it again. But it seems good. Idle good. The fuel trims is perfect. It's like sometimes if the fuel trims are way off, then the O2 sensor is trying to like compensate for that. But like the fuel trims, I think I saw it was like 0.0 whatever or 0.0 or negative 0.0 something. So it's like it's staying right in there. Like if the meter's right here where it needs to be, it's like right here. It keeps going like that. But it's not like trying to pull fuel, add fuel, pull fuel. It's staying right where it needs to be, and I'm driving right where it needs to be. So, but yeah, so far so good, bro. It was
happy, bro?
It was worth it.
after that session. How did that feel just now?
Bro, this shit was wild, man. It was great, yo, for real.
Yeah. So how did it feel beforehand, and what it feel like now?
So beforehand, it felt fast, but it's like laggy a little bit. You know, you got to like really short shift it, or you know, what do you call it, double clutching and all that shit to get it going. But with this, damn man, this is way different. It's way smoother. Like, and I found out, you know, shifting before the red line and stuff. Man, that shit go.
Yeah. So how did it feel when you went for that street pull just now?
Dude, it was, man, I was all smiles, man. For real, it was great, bro. For real, it was great.
Yeah.
You know, I like it, man. It's way more than what I expected, for real.
All right, man. Well, I'm happy that you're here. And
yeah.
It was a good session, good flex session. You're happy, the engine happy,
yeah.
So everybody happy.
Yeah, man. Appreciate
right,
you, Desmond.
Don't worry, man.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All right, man.
For real.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
All right, what happened?
Yo, make sure I know I'll come down to Performance Destination, you know. Desmond are the real man, you see me? I'm out.
This is Desmond from Performance Destination. Customer came all the way down from North Carolina to Orlando, Florida for us to tune his EvoX. He kind of went over all the problems he was having with it, the fueling problems, boosting problems, how the car just didn't feel efficient. It kind of felt like it was just loading up, too much fuel, falling on his face. A lot of mishaps he was having with his engine and his setup. And you know, when he came here, all we did was start off on a clean, fresh tune. I didn't want to use nothing from anybody. And you know, and the car actually made really good power today. He's on a 3591 GTX from Chris. And he finished off on pump gas for 414, 313 foot-pounds of torque. And then on flex fuel, we had him at 516, 396, basically 400 foot-pounds. And the car is actually feeling really strong. He's happy with it. And the car was by the time we ironed out all the bugs, it was really singing. When he originally came in, when he was tuning, he had E85, but the ethanol content tested about 75 or so, but I could definitely tell, like, it smelled kind of funny, and I could definitely tell, like, from how hard I was tuning it, it wasn't really getting to desired gold. So I told him, I think you have something going on with your fuel. So we dumped that fuel. We got new fuel locally from where I'm at, and this fuel tested right at 85%. You know, it's clear. The fuel he came in was like kind of yellowish, so I didn't really trust it. So I definitely think that was the issue. When I was making passes earlier, I had him at like 460 something, and I told him, I'm at this boost level, at how hard I'm pulling on it, it should really be at 5s. So we stopped it short, drained that fuel, put some fresh fuel in it, and at the same boost level, at the same AFR target, at the same everything, the car picked up power. It made 516 over the 460 something or 470 something, and the torque before was about 360 something, and it went almost up to 400 foot-pounds, you know, just by swapping out your fuel. That's why it's always important to test your fuel quality so you know what you have, what you're putting in with. Good fuel, you'll make power with less effort. I always stress that. I always tell my customers that it's proven. The power band is really strong. The green line is 93, obviously. Red line is E85, and this car was really singing. We went on the street drive, went on a test drive on the street, and it's literally like every gear he got onto it, he had a short shift and let out, because you know, it's something for him to get used to. And I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that, you know, his goals is met and he's able to enjoy this car now. And there's another car leaving the shop, another car leaving our dyno with our stamp of approval, and he's heading back to North Carolina right now, and he's gonna enjoy this car. If you would like to work with us and tune with us, you can give us a call at 941-268-7493, or you can catch me on all platforms of social media at Performance Destination. Thank you for watching. Tune in till next time.